Hello again. I'm so happy to be here and I'm so glad that you're here with me. I have a feeling this one's going to be kind of intense. We're just going to see. I want to check in today with if your person ran into you on the street tomorrow and they were just honest about what they're feeling, about what they're going through, about what they feel for you, what would they say? I'm already really nervous. So I can already tell that they would be terrified to be honest and speak their truth. The energy already feels like maybe they struggled with that within your connection in general, them being honest. Ooh, it feels kind of like there was some blame. If they ever blamed you for things or blamed you for the ending or whatever it was because they weren't willing to be honest with themselves. Whew, okay, on that note, let's dive in. All right, so let's see. Let's start with, okay, if they were to run into you on the street. What is it that they've been going through since you parted? It feels like you're in separation. All right. What have they been going through? What are they feeling? Okay, they have a lot of regrets. They feel like they could have built something beautiful with you, but what's the word? Fumbled. They fumbled. They dropped the ball. Ooh, what else is shooting out? Okay, for some of you, they made a choice made a decision that ended things. Like they made a mistake and you were like, no, I'm walking away. Or they chose maybe someone else or their career. Their focus wasn't 100% in on your connection. Okay, so what are they going through? What have they been going through? Did that just flip over? Did something flip over? No. Okay, what have they been going through? Did that want to come out? Okay, they're unfulfilled. They still have all the toxic stuff in their lives that they always knew was toxic. Maybe you didn't like their friends because they were toxic and not healthy, and they kept your person in this stuck, icky, ego-filled space. And they're still hanging out with those people. But they're not fulfilled. They're not fulfilled without you. They feel like they've been showing up in a way that they've always been showing up, that doesn't feel authentic to them. And they're starting to realize that. But I think it was you that made them realize that. They're starting to see maybe within your connection, it was your friends are rude, or why do you hang out with these people? They're so not you, because you could see the real them. And they were like, what are you talking about? These are my friends, get out of here. But now they're starting to see wow, yeah, I don't really align with these people. That's interesting. That would be something that's really hard to be honest with yourself about. Okay, what else? What else are they going through? What else is your person going through while you've been gone? Since you've been gone. Whoa. All right. Yeah, they're beating themselves up. It's again with these friends, I keep feeling like the people they're surrounding themselves with, they're not setting boundaries. They're sort of just living in the same life that they've always lived in, even though they want to get out of that life, but they don't know how to get out of that life, which is interesting. They're keeping themselves in this place too. It's they could choose to walk away, but I think that's really scary for them. It's they're not willing to take off the blindfold and really be yeah, these people suck. No one sucks, but you know what I mean? They don't bring out the best in your person, because the people, we show up differently around different people, think about the people in your life. You probably show up differently around your best friend than you do your professor, different parts of you are brought out. And they are starting to see I don't really like who I am when I'm with these people. It feels like an old version of them. It feels they want to say it feels like an old version of me, but I don't quite know how to get on the other side of it. It's they want to get to this rainbow, but they're kind of stuck and they don't quite know how. Okay, what else are they going through? What else have they been going through? Oops. Okay, there's some oh God, tower moment, shoot. Okay, 10 of Swords. They feel like they've betrayed you, and there's been some like, it feels like hard realizations. I'm hearing you were right, but I hate that you were right. Your person feels like they have struggled with saying when they're wrong, like telling anyone when they're wrong. That's challenging. Okay, so how do they feel about you? If they were just going to be completely honest, how do they feel about you? I actually, before like, how do they feel about you now? I want to know, how do I word this? What did you bring out in them? Like, how did you make them feel? I'm feeling like really good energy around this though. Like, how did you make them feel within this connection? How did you make them feel? Well, you loved them. You thought they were, like, it's like you saw their potential. You saw that you believed in them. You believed in their dreams and their goals, but it doesn't feel like they were working toward them or moving toward them necessarily. But you were this like amazing support for them. And they're seeing that, whether they saw it then or not, but like, okay, what else? They felt like with you, they could relax. It's like this showing up as someone that's not authentic to yourself, like showing up in a mask, wearing a mask, just being how you think people should see you is exhausting. And with you, they could rest. They could lean into just being who they were. They felt very grounded with you. What else? How else did you make them feel? Okay. Wow. There's so much love, but there's like a confusion about like, they wanted to be this like epic person. Like they wanted to be better for you, but it was so foreign. They didn't know how to quite get there. Like, look how nervous this person looks. It's like, oh my gosh, you're getting me in my head. Like, is my whole life a lie? Ooh, that's kind of deep. Okay. How else did they feel about you? They felt like they could do anything. This goes back to the Emperor. It's like, you made them feel like they could do anything. Like they had the world in their hands, that anything was possible. Okay, so like what happened though? This is my question. Like why didn't they lean into that? Okay, well, they weren't ready to see it. They're getting the 8 of Swords again. Okay, so let's actually ask that question. Like, if you had these beautiful effects on them and like made them feel so amazing, like what happened? Why wouldn't they allow that? Why didn't they allow that? What happened? What was happening internally? Okay. Oh, it was foreign from what they knew. Okay, so your nervous system, everyone, like as a human being, it feels safe when it's feeling what it's used to. So if they're used to showing up in a certain way, even if it's not healthy or it's not good for them, that's what feels comfortable. And so you came in and you were just like this light. And they felt like they could do anything and be anyone, and they wanted to be better, and you inspired them without even trying. But it was scary because it was new, because it was foreign. Okay, so they weren't willing to nurture that. They weren't willing to nurture that new version of them because it was like, this doesn't feel right, because their nervous system was like, this is foreign. That's all it was. It wasn't bad. It was just foreign. Okay, so there were fear. Okay, what else? What else were they shying away from? Okay. Oh, they know. Oh, I have chills. They knew that to become the person they need to be for you, their ego would have to crumble completely. Like, the person everyone views them as is essentially a lie. And they would have to face that and be honest about that. And they weren't willing to do that. Wow, imagine that. Like, imagine someone coming in and turning your life upside down and making you realize that how you've been showing up for, I don't know, decades doesn't feel good anymore. Like, it's so hard to face that. It really is. So I am feeling for your person. I'm also feeling for you because you are nothing but a light, right? And of course, you know, it takes two to tango. So maybe there's things you need to heal through as well. But you brought out, it looks like you brought out some really beautiful things within them. But I don't think these were things that they'd ever felt before. So again, this was all brand new, and it was like, okay, either I completely veer 90 degrees and take a hard turn and change my entire life, or I stay where it's comfortable. And it feels like they chose where it's comfortable. It feels like they really chose where it's comfortable. Okay, so how do they feel about you now? How do they feel about you now? How do they feel about you now? Well, they're still very passionate about you. Look at him looking back. This guy on this card is looking back. Like, they can't let you go. They can't stop thinking about you. They probably have sexy thoughts about you. But you're still very much in their rearview mirror. Like, they're still looking back towards you. How else do they feel about you right now? Yeah, here you are, being a light. Beautiful sunflowers. Like, you're someone who chases their passions and is, I just keep getting like, is a light. You're a light. You're a light in their life. And they were like, what is this? It's like they'd never seen the sun before. You made everything a little bit brighter. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so emotional about that. Wow, I'm like tearing up. I need you to hear this. Like, this ending, I think something ended here. It feels like it wasn't your fault. When we trigger people, because you clearly triggered them by your light triggered them. Their triggers were not your fault. Their triggers are things that are already within them. They're unhealed traumas and wounds that they haven't healed through. You just shone a light on them. So you didn't cause any of this. You didn't make them like hurt. That was already within them just by being you. So please don't change who you are if you are a light. If you are just here to shine brightly, like, continue to do that. Also, this is on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. God, your heart is so big. So how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Ooh, there we go. Okay, it's like they had to make a decision, right? We've gotten this card before, but it's also like, I can see this person, like, all of these wands here are almost like the positive thoughts in their minds, like, ooh, I could change. I could let go of my friends. I could set boundaries. And then their ego being like, no, stay back. No. We're not changing who we are. It's like they were trying to protect them. They were trying to protect themselves, but they're all up in their head about it. They're not feeling great about this. Okay, what else? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you now? It's like you, when they're around you, they want to change their entire lives. And again, that's terrifying. So you are just this giant sunflower. Yeah, they feel like you're having a glow up. Like, you're just this gorgeous being inside and out. Like, you could get whatever you wanted. Like, you are, you're such a light. You're such a light. This is incredible. I love that they see that. They know that. So if you don't feel like they know that, they know that. There's a part of them that knows that. They just weren't willing to face. Okay. There was something I heard once that was like, that's beautiful. It's not, and I'm going to butcher this, but like, regarding your connection with this person, it's not that you weren't, it's not that, oh God, what is it? It's not that they weren't willing to like chase you. It's that they weren't willing to become the person they had to be with you. So they weren't afraid of you. They were afraid of who they were going to have to become, because you were forcing them to elevate simply by being yourself, your beautiful self. By being a light, they knew in their heads, they're like, I don't deserve you. I am not good enough for you. To be good enough for you, I'd have to change my entire life. And that was so scary. Whew. Okay. So what are their intentions? Like, what are their action steps? What do they want to do with all of this information? Actually, wait, what, am I staying online with what this reading was about? What would they say? Yeah, like, what would they say to you? Like, what are their intentions now? They want to be happy. They really want to be happy. And look at those sunflowers. It's like they want you, but they're not quite ready to do it. It's like they're holding their cards close to their chest. They're not quite ready to take action on themselves and do that work. It's like baby steps. If the energy feels like, okay, I'm kind of getting curious about like, maybe I don't have to like respond to my friends as quickly because maybe I'll like wean them out kind of a thing. It's like baby steps. It's not like they're making these like big drastic changes right now. But so what are their intentions? What are they doing right now? Introspection, reflection. They're turning inward. They're actually trying to start being honest with themselves. This hermit could be in this forest for so damn long because their guiding light, their own light is the one guiding them forward. And right now it doesn't feel like they even knew they had a guiding light. Like you were their guiding light. And so it's like, how do I do this on my own? How do I trust myself? They're learning a lot about themselves. Wow. Okay, with that, I'm being called to grab a different deck. Like, what are they learning about themselves right now? What are they learning? Like, in this hermit energy, what are they learning? What are they going through? Forgiveness, self-forgiveness. They have to forgive themselves. They know they made mistakes. They know they messed this up. They know that they were not honest with you. They know, oh, man, big realizations. Gosh, okay. Yeah, forgiving yourself is like the hardest thing ever. So I get it. What else are they learning? What else are they going through? Wow. Okay. I mean, dark, like when we're at rock bottom, that's when things happen, right? So they are going through an ascension. It's powerful. Look at those eyes. It's like one of them is like trying to live through their human self. And then the other one, it's like their soul is like, it's time to grow, baby. It's time to grow. What else? What else are they going through? Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping all the cards. I need to read you this one. Don't go anywhere. All right. Ooh, the number 28 might be significant to you. Your soul healing journey, so this is them, includes the exploration and development of the creative power of your mind. You are learning that as you change your mind, you can change your world. Your mind is expanding as your soul heals and opens to the spiritual dimensions. I feel like you were more of a spiritual being than them, and you kind of opened their eyes to that, and they're starting to kind of like trust the process, trust the universe, trust like why you met. Was there a purpose for this? I think they're a lot more intuitive and spiritual than they let on. Maybe not with you. Maybe you knew they were, but I don't think they tell their friends that. I don't think they tell their friends that, like, you know, you have a divine connection, you know, even if they think that. So this is all about checking in with their thoughts, their mind, their headspace, and choosing to shift it to work for them, work with them. Also, Christmas may have been significant to you both as a couple. Is there anything else? Anything else? They may have been a musician or an artist in some way. Anything else? Yeah, they're learning how to choose themselves. Like, honestly, this feels like this is how they see you. Like you're just a beam of light. You're just this beam of light. But your back is turned to them. It's like they can't quite reach you. They can't quite get there. They're still here. They're still here. Wow. Okay. So they're going through a lot. Okay. Feeling for them. And maybe we'll just finish today with like, what do you need to know? Is there anything you need to know during this process? It's 2:22 on the clock right now. Is there anything you need to know? What does this beautiful viewer need to know, need to hear? Okay, well, you're going through an ascension too. This is a divine connection in some way or form. Like, you're both here to learn through this connection and because of this connection. Like, this is happening for a reason. You are also getting reassurance, like, that this is supposed to happen. Like, trust it. Maybe it's about asking yourself, like, what am I learning from this? What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? Reflecting back on, like, how did I show up within the relationship? How did I show up within our connection? Is there anything that I need to heal through or grow through? Like, what triggers came up for you? Because remember, your triggers are yours, not their fault or responsibility. Yours, if something was triggered within you, it was already there. It's yours to heal through. So this is a beautiful time for you to really look at those and heal through those things. You also have trust the higher plan. A lot about trusting. It feels like it's really hard to understand that, like, this connection is not happening right now. And it's like, no, but I want them so badly. Totally get it. But you have to trust. Again, 11, 11, 11. You're getting confirmation after confirmation. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, reflect on the connection and relationship. Like, what are you learning? What are you learning? What can you learn from this? I'm really proud of you. I'm so proud of you. The timer's 21:21. Okay. I hope this gave you some insights onto what your person's going through, but I also hope you know that the only person you can control is yourself. So keep focusing on you. I'm sending you so much love. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. I just, like, kissed down. There we go.